Rolling.
Is it working?
It's working. We're
Is
live.
this thing on? Not.
Live here at CrossFit North Phoenix.
Live here at CrossFit North Phoenix. Welcome, guys. Jason, as you know, I'm here with my lovely and talented partner, Mary Frances.
Hi there.
Our incoming AT,
Ashley,
the lovely
hi.
and talented Ashley. We're going to Ashley size here in a minute. And of course, we got Corey behind the camera.
CPT.
So, CPT. CPT. Little barbell shrug reference there. So we're going to take you guys through some workout stuff, okay, if that makes any sense. So we've noticed that there's been a lot of standing around before the workouts, and there's a lot of things you guys can do to make sure that you're ready to come into the WODs. And so we're going to leverage our skillful AT here. Ashley, she's going to take us through a couple things. And we'd like to see you guys start doing these things before you come in, even to the warm-ups and the workouts when you're waiting on the sidelines, okay? So from that aspect, we're going to turn over to Ashley, and she's going to tell Mary and me what to do as shit falls over on the floor.
Hi everyone. So we've all been talking about things that you guys can do before your workouts. So we're going to do 3 different things just to get your bodies warmed up and ready to lift. All right. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll the bottom of your feet out. So I know a lot of you wear shoes and stuff where you're sitting all day at work, so this is a good exercise just to kind of get some blood flow to your feet and to just create, or just kind of release the tension in your feet a little bit. Okay, so we are using these little balls today. I will have more bouncy balls for you guys. As I noticed when I brought them, no one used them, but I'll forgive you guys.
Can we use lacrosse balls?
You can use lacrosse balls, so it just depends on how isolated you want to get, right? So the smaller the ball, the more isolated we're going to be. So for this exercise in particular, we're going to take the little bouncy ball, and you're going to start with the ball under the ball of your foot, okay? So this is where your knuckles are, and then what you're going to do is you're going to just roll down each toe line. So you're going to go down the first toe line to just about before your heel, okay? And here you can pause over any spot that's tender, maybe for a few moments, and then you're going to roll back up. And you can go through each toe line twice, or you can go to the next toe and keep rolling all the way down from your knuckle to your heel. Okay? So I prefer you guys to go a little bit slower. That way you can get a little bit more targeted in terms of which tissues that you are releasing. So if we go fast, we kind of miss it. So this should feel slightly uncomfortable, but also kind of good at the same time.
So how much of our weight do you think we should be putting on at any given time? Are we really wanting to weight this a lot or no?
So I'm looking for like a 4 or 5 out of 10 on discomfort.
Okay.
So
pain scale?
Yeah, or like, oh man, that's too much, right? We feel like you have to breathe through it.
Mm-hmm.
Back off just a little bit. So you can use your body weight as much as you want, right? So nothing more than a 4 or 5, but nothing less than probably a 1 or a 2.
Okay. And so systematically we're rolling, when you say toe line, we're starting behind each toe and rolling back toward the heel.
You got it.
What do you mean by that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so you can go twice through each toe line, or once, kind of whatever time allots. I like doing this because this helps to kind of get your feet engaged and ready for the workout, right? No one ever thinks about warming their feet up. Right, we always focus on a little bit more larger groups. So your feet have a lot of what's called proprioceptors in them. And the more we can open your feet up, the more feedback we can get from the environment, which will help you guys to hopefully be more stable when you're working out. That's the nerd explanation.
Love it, love
The
it.
nerd explanation.
Can you spell proprioceptor?
P-R-O-P.
Yeah. I can't spell it, just for the record.
I know the first 3 letters
T-O-R.
are P-R-O.
Proprioceptor. Boom.
Good job.
Maybe a pro for proprioception.
Hey.
Okay, so
Very
after you guys
safe.
do that, you'll do both feet, okay? And then you can go into a calf stretch, okay? So put the balls aside.
Put your balls aside, you guys.
No can do. Permanently attached.
Thanks, Jason.
Okay.
Okay, so for this stretch, I tend to see not a lot of people doing it wrong, but there's a better way to do it, okay? So what I'm looking for, right, is I want your hips square to the wall, okay? So if everyone kind of looks at even just Jason and Mary's feet here, Jason's heel and toe they're not in a straight line, okay? His foot is turned kind of out, okay? So we want our toes facing forward towards the wall, okay? And then we also want to square our hips up towards the wall. So imagine if you had flashlights on the front of those hip bones there, they're facing the wall, okay? And then you can bend your front knee, and the hands can rest on the wall, okay? And then back leg is going to be straight, right? So you can do a variation if you want to have a little bit of a bent knee, right? That's going to might get your soleus a little bit more. But typically for your calf, I prefer people to have their legs straight, okay? So hips stay facing the wall, right? Sometimes I have people who like to really stick their butts out, right? So I would want your hips underneath you, right? So rather than having your butt out, we're gonna have, rather than sticking your butt out, we're gonna bring those hips underneath you.
So we're more upright.
A little more upright, yes.
We're tucking them.
Okay? Shoulders can be relaxed. No need to have a lot of pressure there. And then I always want your back heel in contact with the ground. Okay? Hold for 30 seconds to a minute, and then you can switch. Or switch when you get bored. Okay, it's usually a better indicator. Okay? So same thing, start from the ground up. Is my heel in contact with the ground? Are my toes straight, pointing towards the wall in front of me? Are my hips straight? Right? Okay?
Am I supposed to?
No, you're pretty good.
Yeah, you're pretty twisted.
Nobody asked you.
Okay, yes. Okay? So if you don't feel the stretch or you feel like you can go more, you can always take a deeper lunge. Right? Just as long as your heel stays flat and as long as your toes are pointing towards the wall and your hips are pointing towards the wall. Okay? Cool. And then the last exercise we're going to do is going to be on the ground. This is going to be to open up your thoracic spine and your upper body. Okay, so you can lay on your backs. Okay, let's go both legs straight. Okay, let's bend up your right knee. And you're going to cross it over your left. Okay, and then we're going to roll to the left. So your left leg is going to hold down your right foot. So keep rolling to when your knee is flat on the ground. Okay, your right arm's going to be on top of your left. Okay, so phase one or option one, how to do this exercise. You're going to reach your top arm forward and you're going to open it up like you're opening up a book. Okay, so things to watch for. I only want you to rotate as much as you can, keeping your knees on the ground. Okay. Also to watch for is I don't want your wrist to be behind your shoulder, right? Because we're not doing, you'll feel a pec stretch, but I don't want your wrist behind because then that'll cause some undue stress on the front of your shoulder here. Okay? And come back. If you have shoulder pain, option 2, you can bend your top arm to your chest. Okay? And then you can rotate open. And when you rotate open, think about rotating with your heart, like almost like you're trying to turn your heart to the other side. Okay? Knees stay in contact with the ground, right? So if I see your knee come off, you've gone too far and you're not actually getting thoracic rotation. Okay? Good, and hold for a breath here or so, and then come back. Option 3, a little more range of motion here. We'll call this one around the world. You're going to reach your top arm forward, and you're going to reach up and overhead, and almost like you're trying to sweep the ground. So your arm will rotate as you reach overhead. So you can imagine trying to keep your thumb in contact with the ground as you come back and forth. Okay? Same thing here. Knees got to stay in contact with the ground. Your top knee's got to stay in contact with the ground. And as always, make sure you're breathing. Okay? Cool. 3 simple things you can do 5 minutes before you work out.
Awesome.
That felt good.